batty and she know it already. Shake a money maker, now it's raining like confetti.
Welcome to the belly of the beast, to the den of the Illuminati, home of the almighty media. That's how powerful we are, that's how influential we are, and we're not stopping anytime soon, so get used to it. This is the Black Ops division of Flow Sports. We're dropping nuclear bombs today. Happy Halloween. Welcome to the Who's Number One podcast. We got a very special show for you guys today. Mikey Musumeci calling in. Tim Spriggs supposed to be calling in. Both Who's Number One champions with me. Corey Stockton, Reed Connell, both in their Halloween costumes. I want to, before we go into something, where'd that thing go? Shout out to Jose Becerra.
Look how sick this thing is, dude.
From the Discord chat. Made a custom Hollywood Mike rash guard. All this cool stuff on there.
The almighty media. I like how it says the almighty media down there. Who's number one? Flow logo.
Stuff. I get t-shirts all the time. I've never got a rash guard before, but fuck.
Sarah stepping it up.
I don't know what to say, but sir, he even put the Manscaped
got our
logo.
sponsors on the sleeve.
Hopefully we stay sponsored by Manscaped because it's permanently on this rash guard now, but we got the Manscaped logo. And speaking of Manscaped, we have a special treat for you guys today for Halloween. We have in the back our Senior Director of Operations / ball shaving enthusiast, guru, ball washing, ball shaving guru, Sion Williams. Sion, how you doing back there?
Doing good. I was kind of really happy that Flo, I subscribed to Manscaped, so I was happy when Flo got it as a sponsor, even though I haven't gotten any free ball shaves yet from this promo, but hopefully I get some free gear after this.
We can get you right now.
Yeah,
we can get you right now if you want a free one.
Well, I don't want you shaving my balls, I think I'll do it myself.
So you're a real user of this equipment. You told me that's why I brought you in here. So first off, Manscaped.com promo code WNO gets you 20% off free shipping. So Sion, what do you got in that box over there? Why don't you tell us about these products and what you do with them?
Well, as the box say, when you open the box, it says, your balls will thank you, and your balls will thank you.
Yes, they will.
True statement right
What
there.
do we got in there?
Okay, in this gift box here, you get Manscaped briefs. I don't think I use these as they're large in them.
You need to.
I need extra large, for my
Imagine if you did use them, though.
My balls will be very tight if they in these large.
What about there's some liquids in there? Why don't you explain to the people what to do with these?
Let's pull out the liquid. Well, first of all, let's start with this one here, You got the ball preserver.
What's that?
Yeah. I lived in Iowa for like 20 years. I'm from Jamaica, New York City to Iowa. So I lived in Iowa for 20 years where you were freezing your balls off. So you ain't got to worry about them sweating. Then I moved to Texas, and then you were just sweating your balls off. So it's like just a swamp down there. So, you sweat, you get that ball funk, and then it's like, man.
What do? You rub that stuff on before or after?
You get in the shower, you come out, you lather up your hands, and you lather up your balls, and they're nice and fresh. So I use this ball preserver, and, the women will thank you because you'll have clean-smelling balls. And all you guys out there knows that we're still a family show, so I won't say what happens, but the ladies do like good smelling balls.
The ladies appreciate it when Sion uses the ball preserver.
You've had some ladies personally thank you? That's impressive.
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to the ladies balls, out there. Smelling Sion's balls.
Then you know what's good too? Then you get in this box, you get this ball shaver to trim up your balls. Regularly I use a bigger one, and then some people like to go fancy on their balls. I'm simple. I either shave them, I don't really trim them up, but once you're done trimming your balls and they're nice and smooth,
This
the
is
Reviver.
This is the lawnmower.
The Reviver.
This is the lawnmower 4.0. You're probably using the lawnmower 5.0.
Yeah,
you probably got the.
I need a bigger one.
Gotcha.
This is the routine.
So you got the Reviver, and then you get that nice fresh feeling right when you shave, man. You spray this on your balls. Regularly, this is what I do. I spray it on my balls, and I have like a fan right there. Then I just let my balls like fan breeze, like air dry, and then it just feels nice and refreshed. So
this is why we got you on the show, Sion. This is exactly why.
In the box.
Hey, you look in my cabinet, you'll see 2 ball preservers, 2 revivers. You always got to have one in the backup.
How come you have to have a backup?
Because you never know when you're going to run out.
Okay.
So this is your routine, the Sion Williams approved routine, if I understand it. First you go with the preserver, you put the preserver on, and then you shave, and then you do the reviver?
Nah, like different times. Like just going out, you put the preserver on. You take a shower. But the days you do shave your balls, you put the reviver on. Because the reviver gives you a nice fresh feeling.
And then you lay there and with a fan on you, and it feels great.
Well, now I just stand right in front of the fan.
Oh, okay. All right.
I stand in the little fan, just blowing. And
You
just
can't miss that
blow
step.
dry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sion Williams, our
Thank you
official
very
ball
much.
shaving enthusiast
And
guru.
Thank
Aficionado.
Manscaped. Like I said, your balls will love you.
Your balls will love you. The ladies
And the
appreciate
ladies will love you too.
it.
Manscaped.
Promo code WNO, manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping. Thanks for coming in and explaining your routine to us, Sion. That was very helpful for everyone watching.
No problem.
Educational even.
Do we have any fan questions or any Discord questions
Yeah,
for
Connor,
Sion
any
before we let him go?
The fuck? Balls air dried by a fan?
That's next level shit, baby. That's how we do it here.
That's a tip for you.
Yeah.
You know, because if your balls are still sweaty and you put your underwears right on, your balls are still sweaty, man. If it's air dry, then it feels good. You don't want to put sweaty balls just. Why? You just defeat the purpose.
Yeah, I agree. I might
Take
do that
Sion's
tonight.
word for it.
I might do that tonight, stand in front of a fan. But all right, Sion, thank you very much. We're going to replace you with Connor Joshin over there. Happy Halloween, Sion.
Happy Halloween.
See you at
As
the
Hollywood Mike says, bada bing, bada boom. I'm out.
That is.
I don't say that.
That is what Hollywood Mike says. Hell
That's
yeah.
what Sion Williams says. I'll see you at the Halloween party later,
Sion
Sion.
Williams says, bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom, I'm out. Should I start ending the show like that? Sion just gave me a little catchphrase. So Connor will be taking that spot back there. We're going to have...
All yours.
Have we not had a show since
Since you've been back?
the event?
No, we haven't. The last
right.
one was on a Wednesday.
So we just had an event.
True.
Who's number one? The return of Gordon Ryan. There was the exhibition match. Mikey Musumeci, he's going to call in soon and talk about his Mikey-Lock that, caused some
it.
controversy online. What else
That he
happened at this
invented.
event, Corey?
3 titles, right? Mikey won 1. Fionn won the flyweight title. Bia won the bantamweight title, and a couple great submissions, right? Mikey's, Couch's, Brianna St. Marie's.
Damn,
where do we start?
That
Yeah.
feels like a year ago. That was
It
only
does.
7 days ago.
It does. That's crazy.
Reed, what was your favorite part of that event last week?
Man, so many great matches, of course. Mikey-Lock was incredible, but I mean, I think I have to give the shout out to Jacob Couch there. He's kind of just perennially coming in, kind of last minute. It was supposed to be Hunter versus Pedro Mourinho. Pedro Mourinho got hurt, kind of last minute. Couch took the match as he does, and Hunter actually, has some really decent or great leg lock defense and some great leg locks of his own. So I wasn't sure how Couch was going to be able to, submit him. And you can see right here, Couch looked really impressive. One of these really cool triangle arm bars, arm crushes, whatever you call it. I think Couch looked phenomenal out there. And man, this guy's becoming a star in front of our eyes. So I think one of the biggest winners of the night definitely was Couch.
Couch is on a roll, huh? I mean, third place is the Who's Number One championship, goes out, beats Hunter Colvin.
These ADCC trials coming up can be very interesting. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it seemed like Couch, like his win at ADCC trials, really his win at Who's Number One championships, rather, his third place there, really just accelerated his growth, right? Because from there he went on and won Nogi Worlds, and from there to go on and do this against Hunter Colvin seemed like a big step up for him.
All right, we have now in position Connor Joshin in the back. He's situated there. How you doing back there, Connor?
Man, I'm good. We're manning the Discord and the YouTube chat. Sauerkraut asked if the ball trimmer will work on your taint, but we don't have our expert here, so I'm sorry, Sauerkraut. You'll have to wait until Sion's back. But
How do you feel about Sion taking your seat there in the beginning of the show?
it's hard to live up to that, I don't think I got what it takes, so I gotta.
Is Becerra in there? Did he say anything when I was talking about the rash card he sent me?
Yeah, he I was giving him shouts out on Discord and YouTube, so I think he's glad we were able to show it up on the screen.
I'm kind of scared he might murder me at this point. That had to have taken a lot of time to make this thing, but hey, I appreciate it. I'll train in. I'll send you some pics. We're waiting on Mikey. He'll be calling in a few minutes. We got him.
Here he is.
Oh, here he comes.
Look at
So,
that.
Mikey,
Darth Rigatoni himself.
Darth
Am I
Rigatoni.
on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
What's up?
Yep, you're right. You're live. All right. So what we wanted to have you call in about, there was a little controversy with The Mikey-Lock.
Just a little controversy, right?
We here at Who's Number One Podcast, so we're all aboard the Mikey-Lock wagon. We're calling it the fucking Mikey-Lock, right?
It's the Mikey-Lock.
Yeah. All right, Mikey. So why don't you explain? After you hit the move, people were making posts online saying Mikey didn't create
They're
this.
digging stuff from the 90s, the 80s.
The 80s.
Like they're just going deep. Like guys have almost every move in jiu-jitsu has been recycled before. De La Hiva was done in the 60s. Rubber guard, all these different moves. Like has this move been done before? I still haven't seen a video of it done before, but I believe every move has been done at some point, right? What I did with this move was I found it in my garage, right? I trained like 10 to 12 hours a day on the mats in my garage just studying jiu-jitsu. And I found this move. And I really made a system from this move. You know, I have 6 different ways to finish from this move. It's not one move. Now, I understand that it looks super similar to the other videos, but it really isn't, you know. I haven't seen one video of somebody doing this exact move I'm doing, you know. And I really just wanted to share this move with everyone to help revolutionize and evolve jiu-jitsu, you know. The finish is completely different, you know. I don't like it's something I guess people have to feel and see for themselves, you know, but I could understand how it looks so similar.
Yeah, so what you were telling me is your opinion is that these other ones that people are showing aren't even close, right? You're like, I haven't seen one that's close. All right, in your opinion.
What's the main difference you see for kind of most of these that you're seeing?
Okay, so basically the one that a lot of people are sending me when they're in the inside position. First of all, I know it's confusing, but basically when the leg is inside, that's when you're doing inside attacks. When the leg is outside, you're doing outside attacks. Okay. So there's this 10 planet one that people are grabbing the heel on the outside. Okay. But it's a whole different move completely. Bass Rudin, who I'm a huge fan of, was doing a move on the outside of his neck as well. But of course, the positions are similar because they're using the neck, right? But the mechanics itself are completely different. And then the inside position that everyone was sending me was just a cross arm knee bar, okay? Where they grab their hand across the heel. What I'm doing is with my same side arm, I'm creating a wedge under the heel. And this is creating a new pressure on the foot that isn't created with the cross hand on the heel, okay? Now, what I have to explain is this fixed all my problems with heel hooks that I was having. You know, and I think it's going to fix a lot of people's problems because the problem with heel hooks is to get in pressure on the knee when you're doing an inside heel hook, you have to have the foot in dorsiflex. So how all high-level leg lockers and people defend is they put their foot in plantar flexion. And what happens is it takes all the pressure off of your knee when this happens. And then you lose your heel hook because people eventually get the turnout, they slip their heel, and that's it. With this position, when you defend going ballerina foot, it breaks your foot, literally. You know, so that's why I really have been using this position over and over. And I made this huge system with setups that I've been just doing on repeat, you know, and it's just such an efficient move to get to. And I just again, because it literally breaks your foot if you defend, you know.
So you got a Mikey-Lock instructional you already shot, right, on BJ Fanatics.
Yes.
Darth Rigatoni, a big thing with you is breaking mechanics. How you feeling about this performance the other day? Do you feel like you redeemed yourself in this match with Richard Alarcon?
Oh yeah, I'm a little out of the doghouse, you know. I still have a lot to go, but I'm still out of the doghouse a little bit, you know. I'm showing you guys what I've been working, you know. My whole goal is to help the next generation get more technical than my generation, you know. I feel like that's the goal because next year someone's going to win my division. The next year someone else will. But if I could come up with a new system or a position that I could evolve and help the next generation get better, then I had a purpose in what I was doing, you know. So it makes all the hours of hard work that I've been working on worth it, that I was able to come up with this system, you know.
How's it feel to have that Who's Number 135-pound belt now?
Oh, it's incredible. You know, it was my first tournament under Pedigo, and it was such a fun experience. You know, like right before the match, we were all just talking shit on the side of the mat. Like, it's so much fun. So much fun. And, like, it just made the experience way more fun, you know, because I get really nervous before competing. But having, like, such a good support system there, like, I really enjoyed this experience this time.
Mikey, you were so confident about this move, Mikey. Like you made like
I literally have 100% success rate with it in training. That's why, like, when I said this, I was just being literal. Like, it's not confidence if something is like literal, you know. I just knew that if I got to this spot, that it would be done because there's no defense with the turning your foot, ballerina foot, or dorsiflex. Either or, it breaks your knee or your foot every time, you know. So that's why I was so confident. It was just more that I don't even know a counter for this yet. That's what's kind of scary about it. Someone could do it to me.
Mikey, is that a mission you're on now that you've come up with a system that has no defenses to find your own defense for it?
100%. You know, I was just showing my friends and teammates now at Daisy Fresh this position, and already the guys are doing it on people. You know, it's scary. I could see this in the next 10 years being the more efficient way of doing like heel hooks and leg locks using your neck instead of your armpit. It's just so much easier to get to, you know.
What's the feedback you get from the guys when you show them and when you guys are doing it? What do they say?
They're all like, holy crap. A lot of my friends, when they learn this, are like, all right, I'm done with like regular heel hooks under the armpit. No more armpit, neck, only neck.
How soon do you think you're going to defend that bantamweight title now that you got it? You got yourself the Who's Number One belt. Are you going to want to defend that thing pretty regularly?
Oh, totally. You know, like I said, my whole goal is every month to see how good I can be. You know, some months I'll suck more than others, but I'm just working as hard as I can. And I just want to roll with the best guys every month, you know. So I hope I could fight regularly like almost every month, you know. I hope that Flo will one day make a 125 division as well. And I could go between 25, 35, 45, and 55. I don't know how high my winning percentage will be in these divisions because everyone's so freaking good. But I just want to test myself with the best guys every month.
Who are some people you could see yourself defending the 135-pound belt against in the next coming?
So for me, I would say Bebeto just won No-Gi Worlds, right? So that would be an interesting match. I'm a fan of his, and that would be a cool match competing against him. He literally just won No-Gi Worlds in the same weight, so it just makes sense, right? Maybe even Giant Slayer one day. I'm a huge fan of Giant Slayer. That guy is amazing. You know, what sucks is whenever we watch him fight, my sister and all my friends, when we watch, we always cheer for him. So I feel like they might cheer against me when I fight him.
Everybody loves the Giant Slayer, the Big Show. Let's kick it over to Connor.
He's so exciting, right? How could you not love that guy?
Connor, we got any fan questions for Mikey in there? I'm sure there's probably a bunch of them.
Yeah, we have a few. First off, they want to know, you know, you're repping Daisy Fresh now. We got the shirt on. You're repping Daisy Fresh.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like you just recently came back from training over there. So would you like to tell us a little bit what it was like training? I saw Kendall Roosing seem to make a show. So give us the rundown of what it's really like to train at Pedigo.
All right. So basically training at Pedigo is like so all those vibes that you get at like those big corporate gyms, it's like the opposite, you know, like it's that vibe of when you go to an open mat where everyone's like super friendly and you're just talking to everyone and everyone's so warm and friendly, you know. Usually when you go to like those big corporate gyms, everyone's quiet, like in the corner, like no one talks to you. Like everyone just has like a hobbyist type of vibe, you know, and that's how I train in my garage. So it's super similar to how I train like in general, but there's so many freaking people. There were 70 people on the mat when I was there and the ceiling collapsed because it was so hot in the place when we were training.
The ceiling collapsed?
I've seen that happen there. I've seen that happen.
That tends to happen sometimes.
When I'm shooting there, I've seen the ceiling disintegrate. It just sort of falls on people while they're training.
But what's crazy is like the level of the room is so high, you know, like I was shocked how many high level small guys they had there. You know, like I had great training. I think this is like an incredible addition for me, you know, because how I train in Vegas, I'm like a scientist, right? I just study moves all day and just drill and study. Now I can balance that going back and forth and having Heath help me, you know, and having such hard, tough training as well. It's just, I really feel like it's the perfect fit. You know, they're the same type of people as me, you know, and I'm just so excited to be a part of them. You know, I'm really excited.
You got to be there when I next time I go out there in December. I got to
Hell
film
yeah,
with you in Mount
100%.
Vernon. I've been to Mount Vernon a whole bunch of times. We'll hang out there.
Are you still in Mount Vernon?
No, he's in his dad's Frank Sinatra room. I recognize it right now. That's Mike Senior's Frank Sinatra room. Hey, we got Tim Spriggs waiting on hold in the waiting room, so we're going to switch it out to him. Darth Rigatoni, Mikey Musumeci, thanks so much for calling in, explaining the Mikey-Lock stuff. Tell your family I said, hey, we'll talk to you later. Thanks, man.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right, so there he was, the bantamweight champion. We got to kill a little time while they switch over to get Tim Spriggs. What do you think about what he had to say about the differences? I got a little bit lost there, but were you able to keep track of all that?
I mean, I think it'll be easier for myself, for everybody to kind of see him break down the differences. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, it makes sense that if there's different grips, different positioning, that kind of thing, that it could. I'm really more interested in what he says about it solving a lot of the problems, because I noticed the way that Mikey sets his leg up a lot is through that backside 50-50, and the leg tends to be there.
All right, so I think we're just about ready to get Tim Spriggs. Tim, can you hear me?
Yo, I can hear you. What's good?
All right, Tim Spriggs, the Who's #1 heavyweight champion.
What up, Tim?
How you doing?
What's up, fellas? How you? I'm feeling fantastic. How y'all feeling?
All good,
Always pumped to have Blast Double Poppy on the show, man. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, it's always a party with Blast Double Poppy's in the building. What's happening?
Blast Double Poppy.
That's the world.
The Mushmaster. What are the other nicknames?
The best match machine.
Grips of the North Star.
Grips of the North Star. So Tim, how you been feeling? We haven't really talked with you too much since you won the Who's #1 heavyweight championship. How you been feeling since that event?
I've been pretty busy. I haven't got to really enjoy it. I've gotten a lot of offers from different places, different aspects of the martial arts and outside of martial arts. So I really haven't been able to chill at all and decompress. But it's so many blessings that I'm just happy with it and just soaking it all in. I've been doing this thing for 15, 16 years now, and it feels good to be at the top. And I'm just going to take it one day at a time.
Tim, you've had some big wins, of course. Nogi world champion. You fought, beaten plenty of legends in the game. Where do you think this win racks up in your career? How does it rank?
As far as money's concerned, it was the biggest money prize I ever won. So it's up at the top for that. The level of competition was very good. It was one of the best collections of talent that I've seen in a jiu-jitsu tournament, and not just my division, but all the divisions. The guys that I beat, 2 out of 3, I submitted, and taking out the #1 guy in the world at the time means so much to me. I'm not going to say it's my favorite win, my favorite tournament, because I have some other sentimental favorites. But so far, this is the most monumental as far as my career is concerned.
Did that feel gratifying? Because I'm sure you saw people online who were saying that you're not a finisher, this and that. While the tournament's progressing, to go out there and win by submission in such dramatic fashion there in the finals against ADCC champion.
It was very gratifying. I love proving people wrong. I love shutting up the haters. It makes me happy. It brings joy to me. And being able to do it to the #1 guy and show once and for all that I'm the best in the world, no feeling like it.
Hell yeah.
Tim, you entered that tournament as the heaviest underdog in the pack. What's it feel like, you just win the Who's #1 championship, coming home right after you win, coming back to your teammates, coming back to your friends and family, knowing that you were the heaviest underdog and winning in the final by submission?
I was kind of pissed because I didn't put down any money on myself because I didn't know the odds. That's a better return than Bitcoin. So I was kind of pissed. But besides that, getting all the love from all the people that supported me from day one, it felt really good, man. It felt gratifying. And it's pretty cool how everyone's on my dick now because I won.
Crop top rash guards. Are you going to start selling those things soon or what?
They're in production. I got a lot of merch in production. That's part of the reason why I haven't been able to relax. Just because I've been trying to get new merch out. The podcast and my Patreon's blowing up. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on. But yeah, all the rash guards and other merch is on the way.
So we just had Mikey on here. He was talking about who he could defend against. I think you have some ideas I've seen online. Who do you think could be the options for you to defend the heavyweight title against?
There's only 2 matches that I want. It's Gordon Ryan and there's Andre Galvao. And Gordon allegedly is out of retirement, but he kind of had that little bogus exhibition that he had against a guy he outweighs by 40 pounds. So I'm not really sure that he's out of retirement. He's talking like a man that's no longer retired, and I want to shut him up once and for all. So that's definitely number one on my list. And of course, the actual guy in that super fight at ADCC that has a better claim at being the GOAT, Andre Galvao, has always been on my list since I started jiu-jitsu. Those are the two guys.
And Tim, you know, kind of one of the things that a lot of people talked about going into the tournament, or you talked about afterwards, is that you were thinking about retiring from jiu-jitsu. Just kind of wondering where your head is on that, and are you, you know, I feel like you must be glad that you didn't retire, right?
My head is kind of the same place it was before I started. I didn't really know the gravity of the event that I was signing up for. I just saw the check at the end of the tournament and thinking, man, you know, an extra $30,000 to $33,000 would go pretty well in my bank account. But I didn't think it would be like a whole thing where you defend the belt. And I didn't think I'd get so many offers to fight top competition. So right now, I'm just looking at what offers are on the table and picking the best one and going for the matches that I want, because I'm okay with never competing again. This is just icing on the cake. Winning that tournament was mission accomplished. Hey, I got the #1 ranking in the world. I'm the top guy. This is what I wanted to do in grappling. Of course, I wanted to win all the tournaments and every different level, but the game has changed. Now it's super fights. Now it's money tournaments. And it was a good way for me to go out on top. But hey, if the right match presents itself for the right price, you know what I say, anytime, anywhere, any rule set.
All right, Tim, obviously you're the champ, but what do you say to people who are like, all right, well, Gordon beat him in 2019. Like, why are things going to be different this time around, according to you?
Because I'm way better than I was in 2019. I beat Kainan Duarte, the new and improved Kainan Duarte. See, Gordon beat Kainan when he was a new black belt, basically a young boy, who wasn't even old enough to buy alcohol. I faced ADCC and Jiu-Jitsu world champion Kainan Duarte, and I submitted him at a much quicker time than Gordon did in way more dominating fashion. If we're going to go about, you know, doing time machine stuff and hopping into the DeLorean, let's talk about how Gordon hasn't beaten DJ Jackson yet. I mean, DJ has beaten all the DDS, but no one ever mentions that because it's old news. For that, I say, why are you bringing up old shit? It's in here and now. And if it was so easy, or he thinks it's so easy, why is he so against going against me? Why is he saying that I'm a hobbyist, and yet he goes against a guy that barely grapples, that isn't even a professional grappler? So you need to ask him why he doesn't want the match, by the way. Let's see why. If it's so easy and it's an easy check, why doesn't he sign on the dotted line?
Tim's got me hyped, man. Tim can cut a promo, man. I mean, we learned that a long time ago. But Tim, have you been studying anything? You've been I don't know, doing the pro wrestling thing, cutting promos. I feel like you're just getting better and better at it. Is this something that you're trying to work at, you're trying to get better at, or does it just come naturally to you?
It comes from the heart. It's how I feel. It's what I think. You know, I don't have to have people write material for me. I don't have to put on an Oscar award-winning performance and pretend to be something I'm not. This is how I truly feel about the game. So everything I say is straight, no chaser, straight from my mind.
Let's kick it back there to Connor with the Discord and the YouTube chat. Do we got any questions for the heavyweight champ, the Mushmaster?
We do. How are you doing, Tim?
I'm doing fantastic.
We're in the Discord. I don't know if you are aware. We got a bunch of fans that had some questions for you. A lot of them did revolve around Gordon Ryan, so I appreciate you guys taking care of that. So I think we can get to some of their more, detailed questions. Like, for example, you know, you had a little bit of a competition hiatus. What changes, positive or negative, did you see after coming back, and how'd you feel? And how is your training regimen moving forward? Since, you know, you said you were training only a few times a week before Who's #1 Championship. Has that changed?
The training difference was that I had more fun training, and I trained less, which required me to get the most out of every training session. Also, when I trained to learn new stuff and have beautiful jiu-jitsu instead of trained to prepare for something, to get myself tired or try to win every roll. And that's where the growth took place. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for a very long time. So it's at a point where my body movements are second nature. So it's not a matter of me getting into shape or learning jiu-jitsu. It's about adding tools to my tool belt.
Awesome. Yeah, they had a few other questions. One of them brought up Craig Jones in the comments. I don't know how you think you would match up with Craig Jones, but I think the fans would love to hear it.
I think I'd wash him, plain and simple. It's a match I'm not even interested in because he barely beat Tyrell Tolo, and he needs to fight him next. You know, they're bringing up one of Gordon's henchmen or ex-henchmen that he alienated and isn't even friends with no more. But I'm trying to go after bigger fish, not a guy who's famous for being second place. What has he won? Besides like fun little super fights or like stuff overseas that no one cares about, what has he won? He beat me 3 years ago, once again, bringing up old shit. And that was, for me, the third stop in a 3-week international tour from Korea back to the States to Brazil, back to the States. Mind you, I was fighting the top gi competitors in the world, and then I so happened to take a last-minute match against him in no gi. And if you look at the difference between me now and then, I've completely evolved, and I'm a totally different animal. Has he evolved? I don't really know, but I'm not really interested in this match.
All right, Connor, we got another question for Tim before we get out of here?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how the weight ends up working out because I know you were one of the smaller competitors in the heavyweight for WNO Championship, and that didn't stop you from taking first place. But
No.
you know, they have the 205 belt that we don't really have someone for. We got the light heavyweight. Would you be interested in trying to be a double champ at who's number one?
Possibly. I don't like cutting weight. I'm actually bulking up. So cutting 205, it depends on who the opponent is and whether or not how big I get. Because I've been powerlifting and I'm getting pretty big. I'm on like 225, 230 right now.
Oh, wow.
So it all depends. Yeah.
Damn, getting swole. Almost reach size.
Yeah.
All right, Tim, we're gonna get going soon. We got an office Halloween party to get to. You got anything to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. Make sure everybody check out timspriggsbjj.com. I do game plans for people. I critique matches. I do private lessons, both in person and virtually. Also check out the BJJ Goons podcast on YouTube or your favorite streaming platform, and follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/BJJ Goons.
And you got some merch on the way, right?
Yes, merch on the way. It's going to blow your mind.
I'm so ready for those crop top rash guards.
I'm
so ready for them.
Connor's going to be sitting back there asking fan questions in a crop top rash guard wearing around the office. There he is. All right, there he is. The Who's Number One heavyweight champion, Blast Double Poppy, the Mushmaster, the best match machine. We got some other ones I'm forgetting. Tim, thanks so much for calling in.
Thanks, Tim.
Thanks for having me, guys. Peace.
All right, so there we have it, guys. That we had Mikey Musumeci calling today. Lots to talk about the Mikey-Lock. Tim Spriggs calling in. Had a lot of heat for his potential competitors in that
I'm
division.
hyped for that one, man.
Yeah.
I loved him in the fold, man. He's such a good talker.
Yeah, you said he gives
such a
online
badass.
lessons. We needed to give athletes online lessons and give an interview. It's a hell of an interview.
He brings the energy. Hell yeah, man. That's going to be fun.
Don't forget, go out and shave your balls before Halloween. You heard how Sion said it. The ladies will appreciate it. They'll thank you. They've said that to him. They've thanked him because his balls smell nice before. Manscaped.com. Code word, password, whatever, WNO, 20% off and free shipping. You guys got anything to say before we get out of here?
No, man.
Connor,
that was it.
How's it going back there?
It's going all right. I will point out, when before Mikey got on here, I saw a name pop up in the chat, Edwin Ocasio. He was in the YouTube chat. He,
Should have asked Mikey about him.
Yeah. I was about to, but
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't. You usually like to stir the pot. What was Junie saying?
He, to the question of, did Mikey really revolutionize jiu-jitsu? He just said, no. I added him in the chat and asked, like, hey, man, you got any questions for Mikey? But he didn't bite. I was fishing for some drama. But sorry,
Might
guys.
have to run that one back again.
Yeah.
You know, that's a fun one. Mike, you didn't say what your favorite moment there was from Who's Number One last week.
It was cool for me watching the Mikey match because he showed me the day before. It was sort of like Gordon Ryan style where he picked the movie he's going to do.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I love seeing Couch keep going. Brianna St. Marie is a hell of a competitor that I think is going to be fun on Who's Number One. Yeah, just all the young stars. I think crowning more champs, all that type of
Fionn
stuff.
and Natalie had a really fun scrap, man. Those two did have a fun scrap as well. That was a fun match.
Yeah.
And
if you're looking for what we want to see on Who's Number One as far as wrestling matches go, as far as takedown matches, if it doesn't look like Fionn Natalie, I don't want to watch it.
And then, we got to see, of course, the clinic with Gordon and Phil. That was fun. Always, you can always learn something watching Gordon. So, plenty of good matches. This train keeps rolling, man. We got so much stuff in store for you guys. Y'all don't even know. It's going to be crazy.
Got a lot of big plans in the works, a lot of big stuff coming with Who's Number One. All right, so we're going to be no events for a little while. We got some big stuff coming up, ADCC trials, a bunch of IBJJF stuff. We'll be back with Who's Number One, but we get some other stuff that'll be coming in between the next event. So a lot of stuff coming. Code word WNO, manscaped.com. Happy Halloween. We're out of here. God bless you.
Bada bing, bada.